Hey. It's your girl Delisa, waiting for everybody to get in. Here we go. Hey, it's your girl Delisa Robinson. I am girl Delisa, waiting for everybody to get in. Your favorite real estate diva out here in these real estate streets. Coming to you live on Facebook, inside the Hammers and Heels Facebook group. Hey, Shantae, how you doing, dog? I'm on Instagram. Hey, and now we on YouTube. So that's what we do around these parts. Today, we're going to be talking about how to find owners when you're skip tracing, when you have to skip trace your own things. When we're talking about how to find owners and how to get everything straightened out over here, okay? So, do a little bit of housekeeping first. First things first, we have the Get Wired Wholesale Bootcamp coming up. It will start again April 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We meet twice a week, sometimes 3, depending on if you want to take advantage of the third option. We meet twice a week, sometimes 3, and for 4 weeks. So it's like that for 4 weeks. We come in, we don't talk about it, we do it. Now, this week, Sunday, I have a treat for everybody because a lot of people have heard me say this. I'm not teaching wholesaling anymore. I'm not teaching wholesaling anymore. That's what y'all hear me say. However, I have to take that back. Let me tell you why. Because a lot of people have reached out to me recently saying that they want to get in on the wholesaling. They want to learn how to wholesale. So that means they want me to tell them what to do. Great. So this Sunday, which is the 9th, April 9th, I will be having a free wholesaling real estate course, masterclass. I'm going to do a whole masterclass. I'm going to do start to finish real estate. I'm just going to be doing wholesaling houses, not like the boot camp. Inside the boot camp, we don't just sit and listen to Delisa talk. Anybody that's been in the boot camp before can drop it in the comments and tell you guys, this is an action-based program. The boot camp is action-based, okay? You can't just sit back and say, I'm just going to listen to Delisa. If you do that, you will be lost. You will be lost. You will be lost. So for those of you who have been in the boot camp before and you want to go through it again, there is a special price and a special link just for you. Don't click the link in my bio because you will get charged full price and there are no refunds on digital products, on courses and classes. Y'all know that. So if you want to come in to the free masterclass, I'll have that link up later tonight. If you want the boot camp, click the link in the bio, tap the first button that says the Get Wired Boot Camp, and you can get in on that, okay? That's housekeeping number 1. Housekeeping number 2. Your girl is dehydrated. Let's be clear about that one. So housekeeping number 2. If you hear something and you don't quite understand exactly what it is I'm saying, speak up. This is the rules of engagement for the people that listen to my live streams. I need you guys to come in. If you don't understand something, you should ask a question. If I say something or you need clarification, ask a question. The purpose of me going live is not just to have you hear me talk and you get to write notes down and stuff like that. I need you to understand what it is that I'm teaching. Okay? If you want to know when I'm going live and you want to be in on the free trainings, because that free link, I'm telling you now, the link is going to be in the bio, maybe later. No, I'm sorry. No, the link is not going to be in the bio for the free class. You have to be a part of Hammers and Heels. So you either have to be on the email list, be in the Facebook group, or be on the text messaging list. So if you want to be on the text messaging list, you can text DIVA, D-I-V-A, to 716-306-3316. That is how you get that. That's how you get in on that, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, this is the last part of housekeeping, okay? If this is your first time being here, don't let it be your last. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back, because I appreciate you. Now, keep in mind, if I'm looking here, that's because I'm streaming on 3 different platforms. Facebook, how y'all doing? Instagram, and YouTube, hang loose. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Anyone and everyone can join in. I am going to be sharing my screen. So if you want to see my screen, you will have to be on YouTube. That's just, it is what it is. I suggest everybody go to YouTube, like, follow, comment, and subscribe. That's what you're doing. Okay, so today, let's get this straightened out for y'all real quick. We're going to be talking about, because a lot of you drive for dollars, or you pull a list from PropStream and you don't know what to do with it, or you pull a list from Deal Machine and you don't know what to do with it, or you pull a list from Landglide and you don't know what to do with it. You pull a list from anywhere, you just don't know what to do with it, okay? You buy, y'all out here buying these lists, which is ridiculous. I wouldn't do that because you don't know what the criteria is. So don't buy a list. Now, let's talk about a little bit more. For those of you who are just joining me, if this is your first time experiencing me, because this is an experience, believe me, what I would suggest is that you do this. Know that I am a licensed real estate broker. I have my own brokerage. I have people that report to me under that brokerage, known as sales agent. I've been in this real estate game for the past 25 years. I wholesale, I retail, I do Airbnb. I have helped 147, I think it might be 100. No, it's not 147, more than that. I've helped 160 people. It's 165. I've helped 165 people start their real estate investment business, either through wholesaling, flipping, short-term rentals, or creative finance strategies that they use to build a portfolio. I have amassed enough real estate time and time again, and to be all transparency, I recently ended a partnership, and it's been about 2-3 years. So I have started to rebuild my own portfolio. Just me by myself, because I've learned a lot. And one day we'll do a story time and I'll tell you the good and bad parts of partnerships. Okay. Now, what I want you guys to understand and know is that we are going to get started on this journey right here, because we're only going to be on here for a couple minutes. I'm being honest, because it really doesn't take that long to learn how to skip trace. Now, I've been skip tracing since 1990. Not ashamed to tell you my age, but I've been skip tracing since my first collections job, which was in 1994. I worked at a company called Great Lakes here in Buffalo, New York. They used to be one of the biggest collection agencies in the world. They are now no longer. So, because they was doing some shady stuff. So now I've done collections off and on forever. My last stint in collections was 15 years between 3 different companies, and I worked the same contract, the United States Department of Education. By working that contract, I've learned how to find people, really find people. So like I said, if you want to head on over to YouTube, I will show you exactly how I found many, many people and made them pay their bills without using a whole lot of, and I use it, and I can show you, and I'm going to show you how to do a lot of it for free. So I'm going to ask for some volunteers. I would just need you to put your first name, last name, and your city and state in the comments if you would like me to find you and some of your relatives, okay? Because that's all I need. Now, I'm going to get started over here in the wonderful land of YouTube, where I get to go and show my screen where I'm at. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna get on here. Let me get out here and share my screen. Here we go. Here we go. Now, share my screen. So first things first, I'm going to go to Safari. YouTube, if you can see my screen, drop the number 1 in the comments. Drop the number 1 in the comments and I will be able to see it. Okay, now first things first, and always, we're going to get in here and, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. First things first. Oh, let me do this wrong for some reason. I want to go to, that's Prop Street. So we're going to find out who owns 1334 January Avenue in St. Louis, Missouri. That's what we're going to go to. So the first thing we're going to have to do is pull it up. Now on PropStream, and I told you guys this before, on PropStream, you can see their owner's name and the owner's address. That is how you're going to start if you have that information. But if you don't, say you don't have that information and you're just driving by and you see this property. So here's what you're going to do. We're going to go to my favorite website in the whole world, Google. Okay, so you guys can see me. Thank you, Dana. Good job, good job. Okay, now this property here is, and if you guys want to follow along at home, and I'm giving you the steps that I'm using because I want you to follow along with me, google.com. That's the first thing you're going to go to. This buyer lives in, the property we're looking up is 1334 January Avenue in St. Louis, Missouri. And we're going to put St. Louis. See, we're not going to start with the address, even though you could. We're going to do St. Louis, Missouri tax assessor's property search. And you're going to input it into their website, and it tells me who owns it. You want to verify that the owner matches what it matches on PropStream, and it does. You also want to take note as to where the tax bill is going, because on some tax assessor's office, they have what they say the owner's name, and they'll have the owner's mailing address. So now here we are, it matches. So you want to take the mailing address of your seller, your owner. You want to take their mailing address. You want to go to my other favorite website that I like to use when I'm skip tracing, truepeoplesearch.com. My bad. And what you're going to do is you're going to reverse the address. Now, first thing I want to do is reverse the address. And I want to go back to 37. You guys should be following along with me if you know where I'm at. And put it in here. And here's our buyer. He's 72 years old. You want to view his details. Now you want to call all these phone numbers. It's that simple. He's 72 years old, so he might still have a landline. So you want to call these numbers and you want to see if he wants to sell the house. Since how he lives in Florida, you want to call and see if he wants to sell the house in Missouri. He might want to sell it, he might not. We don't know. So you want to see if he owns any other properties. He owns another property, but the other property that he owns is the one he lives in Florida. So what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all my hustlers. So he's owned the house in St. Louis, Missouri for 17 years. He's owned the house in Florida for 7 years. What does that tell me? He retired and relocated. So he's probably renting this house out. He might have a family member that's living in the house. But if you look on PropStream, it tells you that he still has a loan on the house. So he has a loan. Hi, how are you? Hey, Yanira. I'm on YouTube if you want to see my screen on what I'm teaching. You guys, if you want to see, for those of you who are just joining in, if you want to see the screen of what I'm showing you, you have to be on YouTube. I tried doing it on Instagram the other day by turning it around. It was a complete, it didn't work. So that's where we are. So there it is. You would call these phone numbers and start asking him if he wants to sell his house and give him a fair price. Now, here's what I want to go over with you on truepeoplesearch.com. On truepeoplesearch.com, you have his name, his age, and his year, month and year of birth. Give his current address. You have all of these possible phone numbers where he could be, and you just call every one of them. Okay. Now, right here, it says full background report. Don't click none of that stuff. I'm going to tell you why, unless you want to pay for it. That's why. I said this was free, $99, right? Here are all his email addresses. You can email it. You can email him. You can go in here. Here's Gary Wayne McMurray. Gary W. McMurray. They might be the same person. You can click on this other one. Here's Wayne McMurray. Here's another one. Here's Vicky McMurray. That might be his wife, his sister, his daughter. Here's Gary Wayne McMurray, Wayne, Vicky. These are all possible relatives, possible relatives, possible other profiles for your seller. Click these. So if you click this one, it'll give you, here's another one. He lives in Tennessee. 3 records were found for this person. We also see one here that he was deceased. That might not be your person. I'm going to go stick with the one in Florida that we already know and use these numbers. Okay. Now, anybody else want to volunteer? Think I don't know? Think I can't find you? In God we trust. Hey, I'm here too. Thank you. So what you want to do is, if you want to go over to the YouTube channel to see my screen, you're going to go to Delisa Robinson, the real estate diva out here in these real estate streets. Okay. Now, don't forget, those of you who are going over to the YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe, because I load videos over here at least twice a week, sometimes more. And you can go back and view some of the other trainings that are there as well. Okay. Now, are there anybody want to volunteer and think I can't find you? Because I can find you. I can find a whole lot of people. Just so y'all know. So, and that's the simple way to do it. So if I go back over to PropStream, put that out the way. So if we go back over to PropStream, we're going to put that out. So I'm going to do it one more time, because y'all don't believe me when I say it can be done. And what you want to do is you want to go to the assessor's office for St. Louis. I'm picking on St. Louis today just because I can. And the project that I was working on before I went live, it was in St. Louis. So it says, and it wasn't found in the city records. So I'm going to go back to PropStream and say 6840 Melrose Ave. It may not, when this happens, what you want to do is this. You might not be able to cut and paste. It's saying that this one isn't found. Address may not be located within the city. Okay, that's why. It might be a suburb. So let's find one that is in the city. Not that I can't find others that aren't, but you don't want to waste our time on one that isn't. Anybody want to volunteer and throw out a quick name and see if I can find you? All right. So okay. Now this one is different. Now you have two different people with two different names that own this property. When that happens, it could be, remember, when you are wholesaling properties, okay, because I'm going through this right now. If there are two people's names on the deed that shows up in the city's records, you need both of their signatures in order to get the information that they're requesting, that you're going to request. They both need to sign in order to sell. Okay, everybody who is on the deed, if there are 15 people on that deed, and yes, that does happen, then all 15 of those people have to sign that deed in order to get it dealt with, to get it sold. Okay, so now we are learning today how to find the owners of properties when you pull a list from PropStream or when you're just driving for dollars. Okay, so we're learning that today. Now we're going to go here. We're going to do the same thing we did again. We're going to go with the reverse search on true people. And I keep forgetting that St. Louis is actually spelled out. Here's Deborah. Here's Philip. They both are here. Now you want to click Deborah and you get all her phone numbers. She got a landline, she got a cell phone. This is her address now. You want to go here and make sure that address actually matches. Oh, wait, I did that backwards, guys. Don't do what I just did. Even though it worked out, don't do what I just did. All right. Don't do what I just did. That's wrong. What I just showed you is completely wrong. Okay. Because you're not supposed to put this address in. You're supposed to put this one because this is her actual address based on the records. But she does own this property and she owns this property. Because if I go back over here to PropStream and I pull this up and I go to linked properties, it's going to show me those two properties. All right. All right. She actually has a $165,000 mortgage, but it's saying it's vacant. She might want to sell. So whoever on my boot camp list gets that, who's working in St. Louis as their market, they're going to get this on their list because I've already created your spreadsheets. Yes, guys, if you join the boot camp, you get up to 200, based on the market you choose, you get up to 200 skip trace accounts included in your boot camp. So that's how you do that. Now, let's just say Deborah A. Wilder of St. Louis, Missouri was not, we couldn't find her address, or her address was the same as a property address, but we know it's vacant, so we couldn't find her. First thing we would do is go to our favorite website in the whole wide world, Google. And you might want to do this a different way. Instead of finding her, because her name is pretty common. So you probably wouldn't want to find her. You might want to go back over here to True People Search and remember there was someone else listed on here. His name is not so common. Hi, Kat. How you doing? We're on YouTube tonight. And I'm teaching you guys how to skip trace. So you might want to go here, go in here, hit the Google sign up there, and put him in, and then put And look at here. He is on LinkedIn. Click it. Hey, Sandy, how you doing over there? And he's a manager of research and development at this company. And if you're bold enough to call somebody at work, you look up their number and call them and ask them if they're interested in selling, or send them an email, or do whatever it is that he may want to do. Hold on, guys. I forgot to put my do not disturb on. So now we won't be getting all those dings and dings and dings that y'all keep hearing. Okay, so that's another way to look it up. This is how people find you when they're looking for you to pay your bills. This is how they do it. Now, notice I would call, he's got a cell phone, he's got a home phone, he's got other cell phones. I will call all these numbers. If you go down here to his affiliated people, he also has a Philip Wilder. Philip Wilder might be his son. Philip Wilder might be a cousin, might be a brother, who knows? It might be he took his wife's name, who knows? We don't know. But you want to go through and look at all of these. Here are his addresses, so you can always put these in for his addresses. Here are people that are associated with him. Here is his email address. Look at this, debwilder@hotmail.com. That might be her. DPG, here's their combined one at mvp.net. Here's one at yahoo.com. So these are email addresses where you can send. This is the same thing you're paying your skip tracers to do, only you can do it quicker. If you're just now joining me and you want to see my screen, swing over to YouTube and you can see the screen, right? All right. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, I want you to please drop the questions in the comments and I will be more than happy to look at and answer your questions. Okay, so that's how easy it is to find people when you're looking to skip trace. When you're looking to skip trace people because you haven't been able, when you go out, you drive for dollars or you're scrolling for dollars and you see, and people ask me, what's scrolling for dollars? I know, and we're going to talk about that one day, just not today. Scrolling for dollars is simply sitting at your house and putting in your city and state. You can put like downtown Detroit. And the Google map will take you down Detroit and you can scroll through all the neighborhoods of the city and look at houses. And if you see a neighborhood where you feel like some things are happening, you can go and start scrolling and skip tracing those owners. So that's what we do. That's part of what we do. Okay. So who needs it one more time for the example of how to locate an owner? How do you locate an owner? And if you're just joining me, swing over to the YouTube channel. This is where it's going to be. Today, I'm doing owners, just individual owners. Next time we come back live, I will show you how to find corporations. Okay, because it's so easy. All right. All right, I'm making sure I haven't missed any questions, lost any questions, or didn't answer any questions along the way. All right. Anybody need it one more time on YouTube? You need me to show you one more time? If not, we are open for any questions, and I can remind you guys one more time. The Get Wired Wholesale Bootcamp will start for the 3rd session. We will start on April 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be our standard Q&A. This time around session we will have 9 sessions. Because what's going to happen is that first session is going to be a Q&A with all of my previous bootcamp members in it. You're going to get it's basically like an orientation in college. You're going to get your orientation, you get all your materials that day. You're going to get your logins. We're going to make sure everybody can log in, get situated, because I do not want anyone left behind this first day. It's going to go really quick. Anybody that's been in bootcamp with me before will tell you it's a lot of work. If you are not ready for that type of work, if you are not ready for that type of intensity, don't register, because we will be live 3 times a week. Mondays will be Q&A where you can come in and get extra help if you feel like you're falling behind. Tuesday is class day. Thursday is class day. If I ever need to reschedule a Tuesday or a Thursday, it will be on a Saturday morning. You will get all of the replays of all of the sessions dropped into the private Facebook group that's just for the boot camp members. If you did boot camp with me before and you feel like you need to go through it again, I'm going to drop a special link inside the Facebook group so you guys can get it, because I made a huge mistake today and I sent your special link with your discounted price to every one of my email lists. So I'm sorry, guys, but that link no longer works. I took it down. That's why they don't let me handle the technology. So we want to go through this one more time, or are we all set? Well, we're set. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Sandy. No worries. Now, if you by any chance don't know if you're ready for boot camp, I am going to do a masterclass on Sunday evening for wholesaling. I know I said I would never teach another wholesaling class, but somebody reached out to me today and said they really needed one. So, yep, that one person gets you guys a whole masterclass on Sunday. So we're going to do a whole masterclass for free, but I'm telling you now, it's not as intense as what's going to happen in boot camp. So the link for the free class is only going to be available if you are a member of Hammers and Heels, the Facebook group, my email list, or my text blast. So if you are on the text messaging list, or if you're not on the text messaging list, but you want to get on it, text the word Diva to 716-306-3316. If you text the word Diva to 716-306-3316, you will get the link for the free class. All right, that's how you get it. Now, other thing too, like I said, and the boot camp link is out. So if you're ready for boot camp, you want to get in on it, it's going to go up because right now it's $97. Normal price is $497 because, like I said, we do 4 weeks of intense work. And at the end of it, you should have a contract of some sort if you put in the work. And everybody else, it's easy because usually you have leads the first day. It goes just that quick and it's just that intense. So if you feel like you don't need the class, or if you want the class to help you just determine if you're ready for boot camp, come in. Right now, boot camp is only $97, and that price is going to be that price until 11:59 Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time Sunday. I'm on the East Coast, guys. Everything is Eastern time for me. All right. So today I showed you the quick way to find your owners. Find the owners of these properties so you can start calling them and talking to them and seeing what's up, what's what. You can also Google, and if nobody wanted to volunteer, because I would have showed you how quickly and easy it is to find yourself. So what I'm going to tell you to do is Google yourself, and you're going to see a lot of things that you didn't know was on the internet. Just Google your first name, last name, and your city and your state, and you will see a lot of things that you did not know about yourself that's on the internet. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go. It's dinner time. I also need to take some migraine medication because I'm feeling the migraine coming on. And I got to get out of here. So it was my joy, my pleasure. And always, as I tell you, you can choose to be anything you want to be in this world. I just hope you choose to be kind, because at some point in your life, somebody was kind to you. And the best thing in the world you could do is pay kindness forward, because it makes the world a better place. All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow. And I might be out tomorrow. I think I'm going to show you guys how to drive for dollars tomorrow live while I'm driving. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Bye.